In this video, we're going to look at an article that showcases the recent issue, the recent crisis, I would say, of credit card debt in the United States. So this article comes from CNBC. It's titled, Americans Owe Nearly $1 trillion, that's with a T, trillion in credit card debt. Oh, this makes me so sad. I love credit cards. I love building credit. And I love using credit to my advantage. And it makes me sick, makes me sad that Americans, as this article says, now hold a record amount of credit card debt. Nearly $988 billion in credit card debt. Now, I'm sure each person that has credit card debt has different reasons that they have credit card debt. And maybe certain situations you had no choice but to get into credit card debt. But if that's by choice, you're buying stuff that you can't afford, that you don't need, that you're keeping up with the Joneses, that's sad, and that is very, very troubling that one takes on credit card debt because it's hard to get out of. It prevents you from doing things, living life of freedom, of choice, where you're in control of your money, where you're in control of your credit cards and your leverage that you have. Oh, it's troubling. So $988 billion Americans are in credit card debt. All right, so if we scroll down through this article, it says that average American has $5,700 in credit card debt, and that's according to TransUnion. The ages between 40 and 49 have the most, $7,600 in credit card debt. Again, I hope it's things that they need to make their life better or get them out of a bad situation, not just foolish spending and buying stuff they don't need. And hopefully, hopefully that makes those who ever spent that much in credit card debt, hopefully you're happier because of it. So Gen Xers, Generation X, they feel the brunt of it because they're at the stage in their life where the cost of living and their expenses are the highest. And then you have the younger generation, 18 to 29 years of age. They have on average $2,900 of debt, and they're just starting out. I love this little chart. So here is the average amount of credit card debt Americans hold at every age, according to TransUnion. Now, under 29, just starting out, you, of course, have the lowest, but I hope that don't creep up. And that comes with learning how to use credit cards effectively to your advantage. We always say on this channel, make money work for you, you not work for money. Well, I'll tell you what, if you get into credit card debt and you're paying at a high interest rate, they got you. They got you, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get out of that hole. And you got to put off things that you shouldn't have to, honestly, if one made better decisions financially and had some money saved up where they didn't have to rely on credit cards for their living expenses or to get by. I'm not saying not use credit cards. I got all kinds of credit cards and I love credit cards, but you use them in a way to better yourself, to earn points, to do the things that you want to do, to the convenience of it. You got the money in an account, you just put everything on a credit card and pay it off every single month. Little strategies like that. Credit cards aren't bad things. I've said it many times in these videos. Credit cards are not bad things. What gets people in trouble is the decisions, is the needing and the greed and wanting things that they think they need to make themselves happy when a lot of times it doesn't. But if you can use them strategically, you get credit cards with intro offers of 0% for a year. That's wonderful. That is using them strategically and effectively. Let's go back to the article. Credit card debt is getting more expensive thanks to record high interest rates. So more people have more credit card debt than ever. We just saw that $988 billion, almost $1 trillion in credit card debt. And if you don't pay that off each month, you can have interest rates over 20% or around 20%. Can you imagine, like, if somebody was talking about investing and promising you 20% returns in the stock market, nobody would believe that. They would think you're a scammer, and they just wouldn't give you the time of day. They would think that you're trying to pull one over on them. If you got in, I know certain people, I think Warren Buffett maybe only got 20% a couple times in his life. I know there are certain investors, famous investors, that get around 20% or so, but that's rare. Like if you're getting 8, 10, 12% in returns in the stock market, that's really good. It's phenomenal. 20%, well, you're making it so instead of you making 20% on your money, you owe somebody else, and that those credit card companies are profiting off of your 20% if you have credit card debt. And it's went up. Last year was around 16%, which is still very, very high, but not as high as it is now. So the point is, do you want to be the one that is earning money and earning interest on your investments, on your capital, or you want to be the one at the mercy of these other institutions, these credit card companies, that you're letting them earn 20%? So, and it comes down a lot of financial decisions, a lot of financial issues comes down to psychology, how we think, the decisions that we make, our emotions. And credit card debt is simply that, or especially that, I should say. Because again, if you're, some might say, oh, I had to do this. I didn't have the money to pay this bill or to go to the grocery or whatever. And that's understandable, but you got to get into the mindset and the position in life where you don't have to rely on credit cards to bail you out, because bailing you out at 20% is making things worse if you're not paying off your credit cards each and every month. I have credit cards that have interest rates around there, but I don't keep anything on them long enough for them to build interest. So in summary, this article is just, when I came across it, I was just like, are you kidding me? We're at record high with all this information and knowledge out there. When people are still getting into credit card debt at record levels, it's sad. Make that money work for you and you not work for the money. Make your credit cards work for you and you not work for your credit cards, which is essentially what you're doing if you have too much credit card debt. And at that 20%, around that 20% range, it take you forever to pay them off. You're just paying the minimum payment every month, and you are earning somebody else's money. I want you to be the one earning the money and making your money work for you. So just consider, if you're in credit card debt now, gotta get moving and flip the script, because it's going to get scary, and other people, other institutions are going to profit off of those that made bad decisions, that put things on their credit card that they didn't really need, or if they did need the stuff that they put on the credit card, you got to figure out how to not be in that position where you're at the mercy of having to resort to that. You got to start saving the money. You got to start building different streams of income or making more at your job where you don't have to put things on your credit card that you can't afford and that you take forever to pay off. Nothing's wrong with credit cards. I love credit cards. They're great. It helps you build your credit. It helps the convenience. It helps earn points. There's so many things, but you got to use them in the right way. And there's videos on this channel, and will be videos on this channel to help you do that. So hopefully this video stung a little bit. Hopefully this video was enlightening. Hopefully this video is motivating to let you know that you don't have to be in credit card debt. If you're in credit card debt, let's get out. Let's learn from it. Let's change our ways. Let's improve our decision making and use credit cards as a tool to help you build wealth and put you in a better shape financially.